We're gonna start seated today. So find a comfortable seat. And per usual, we're gonna start with a little bit of centering, a little bit of meditation. So just sit up nice and tall and allow your eyes to close. And just take some deep breaths. Just begin to tune out everything else in the room. Start to really just arrive in your body. Recognizing yourself for coming onto your mat today. Taking time out of your busy schedule. And maybe taking a moment here to set an intention. An intention for your practice can be something as small as just committing to being present. Maybe you want to show yourself compassion today, modify poses when you need to, or maybe you want to push it a little bit. Whatever your intention is, just focus all of your energy there for a few breaths. Take one more full breath. Go ahead and bring your hands onto your knees. You can allow your eyes to open, and we're just going to take some rolls with the neck. So take some nice big circles with the head. As big or as small as is comfortable for you. And you can even close the eyes and just continue to breathe deeply here. So just move the head in the other direction. Really nice. And then settle back into center. Nice straight spine here. As you inhale, shrug the shoulders up towards the ears. As you exhale, let them roll down the back. So nice slow movements here, so really deepening the breath. Inhale, shrug your shoulders up. And exhale, roll your shoulders down your back. A few more, inhale. Exhale. You can close your eyes for this as well, but just really tuning in here. If you've been sitting at a desk all day, this might feel nice for your back. Take one more. Shrug the shoulders up towards the ears and exhale down the back. Beautiful. Just settle back in here. Go ahead, bring your hands behind you and just switch the cross of your legs. If you're sitting cross-legged, just to kind of even out. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky. As you exhale, twist over to the right. So bring your right hand behind you and bring your left hand to your knee. And just pause here for a moment so you can look over your right shoulder. But only twist as far as is comfortable for you. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, maybe twist a little bit deeper. Really nice. Inhale, come back to center, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, twist over to the left. So same thing here, bring your left hand behind you, right hand to your knee, and you can look over your left shoulder if it's okay for your neck. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. On the inhale, come back to center, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, twist over to the right. So just one breath per movement here. Inhale back to center, reach up. Exhale over to the left. Inhale, reach up. and over to the right. And just continue back and forth to your own breath. You can even close the eyes. Just getting a nice gentle twist in the spine and beginning to sync your breath with your movement. One more each side on your own. And then go ahead and just bring your hands down to your knees. You're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Soles of the feet come together. Bring your hands to your feet here. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen the spine. And as you exhale, fold over the feet. So think about reaching your heart towards the ground instead of rounding through the spine. So I think our inclination is to try to touch our nose to our feet. But really you want to keep a nice straight back and just let your heart kind of melt down towards the ground. It doesn't matter how far you go. Take a few more breaths. Maybe folding a little bit more each time. Really nice. Slowly make your way back up. Bring your hands onto your knees and bring your knees together. And then just go ahead and make your way into a table. And if you want, I recommend putting a blanket underneath your knees just for a little bit of extra padding, a little bit of extra cushioning, especially if you don't have a really thick yoga mat. So just bring a blanket under your knees and come into a table. Nice sturdy tabletop here. Press down through the hands, press down through the tops of the feet. We're just going to take some cat-cows. So as you inhale, draw the heart forward, lift the gaze, and pause here for a moment. So think about squeezing the shoulder blades together, tilt the tailbone up towards the sky. So imagine that you're undoing all of that hunching that you've done over your computer all day. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, round the spine, tuck your chin to your chest, coming into your cat. And pause here for a second, really press the mid-back up towards the sky, press into the hands. And we'll flow. Inhale to cow, scoop the heart forward. Exhale to cat, round the spine. And just continue through these two movements to your own breath. Maybe closing the eyes, taking nice, slow, intentional movements here. And then you continue to move like this, or if you want to add in some other movements, anything that feels like intuitive to you, you can shake the hips from side to side. You can take some circles over the wrists if that feels good. Just take a few moments here, just move in a way that feels good. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. And settle back into your table. Go ahead and bring the big toes to touch. Taking a child's pose here, so sink the hips down towards the heels, walk the hands forward, and let the head rest on the mat. So this is our child's pose. It's kind of our home base. If you need a break throughout this practice, this is a really good place to rest. But it is a pretty intense hip stretch, so just make sure you're being gentle with yourself. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to flow. So as you inhale, come all the way up into your table, all the way through to cow. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. And then exhale, sink the hips into your child's pose. And then inhale, come forward to cow. Exhale to child's pose, using the core to make these movements nice and controlled. Inhale, come forward. And exhale to child's pose. A few more rounds here. Next time you come up into your cow, just stay here, settle back into your table. Bring your knees, hips width distance apart, and on the inhale, reach your right leg straight back behind you. Think about squaring that right hip down towards the ground. Flex the toes down towards the earth. Take a nice deep breath in here. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round through the spine. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to nose. 2 more, just like this. Inhale, extend. Exhale, see if you can touch your nose with your knee. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Then extend that right leg back behind you. This time, drop the ball of the foot down onto the ground. And then listen carefully. Kickstand the left foot off of the mat. Drop the right heel down. And reach your right arm up towards the sky. So you're in this sort of modified side plank on your left hand. So your right arm's reaching up towards the sky. We call this gate pose. For a little bit more, you can reach your right foot up off the mat. For even more, you can reach around and grab that right foot. Wherever you are, just make sure that you're breathing. Make sure you're pressing down through that left hand. You're not dumping into the left shoulder. One more deep breath in. On the exhale, come all the way back down into your table and just shake it out. Take some movement. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. So inhale, lift the left leg straight back behind you. Square that left hip down towards the ground. Really think about pressing down into the hands. So again, you don't want to dump into your shoulders. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose, round through the spine. Inhale, extend long. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Move with your breath. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Take one more. When you're done with your last one, reach that left foot straight back behind you. Drop the ball of the foot down onto the ground. Go ahead and kickstand your right foot off of the mat. Drop your left heel down and reach that left arm up towards the sky. Finding your gate pose on the other side. And then if you want to take it further, you can lift that left foot off the mat, or you can reach around and grab it. So wherever you are, you're breathing. Take one more full breath here. On the exhale, come all the way back down into your table. Go ahead and take a child's pose, sink the hips, and walk the hands forward. And go ahead and walk your hands up. Sit back onto your knees and just make fists with your hands. And just roll out your wrists. So we're gonna do a few downward dogs today. If you're not used to downward dog, your wrists might start to get a little bit achy. Go ahead and bring the backs of the palms together and just press the palms together. Really nice. And just remember to take this at your own pace. Feel free to skip or modify anything that doesn't feel good. So we're gonna find our first downward dog. So go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back. Find your downward dog, and you're gonna wanna keep your blanket here. Just for your knees. So go ahead and pedal out the feet, so bend into one knee and then the other. Think about pressing down through the hands. And if you're new to downward dog, go ahead and bend your knees. Reach your heart towards your feet, so you'll feel a nice opening in the shoulders. And if you start to get tired, you can always drop down to your knees. It's a really good option. So take a nice deep breath in and out. Another inhale. On the exhale, go ahead and step to the top of your mat. Find a forward fold. Bending your knees as much as you need to here. Just let your head hang, let your neck relax. And just drape your chest onto your knees. If this is too much for you, you can always put your hands on blocks or on books or whatever you can find for props. And then slowly just roll yourself all the way up to stand. Nice and slow. When you get up, reach your arms up towards the sky. On the exhale, bring your hands to heart center. Really nice. So we're gonna flow a little bit here. Just do this at your own pace. On the inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift. So bring your hands to your shins and lift the chest. Think about having a nice flat back here. Your spine is nice and straight. Deep breath in. Exhale, plant the hands and step back into a plank. From here, drop the knees and untuck the toes. And then just lower yourself all the way down onto your belly, nice and slow with control. Nice. Inhale, lift the head and the chest, coming into your baby cobra here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Press down through the tops of the feet. On the exhale, press yourself into your table. Come all the way through to your downward facing dog. So this is going to be our flow today. If you want to skip any of that, feel free to. And if you're new to this, just do what you can. Try to keep up as best you can. So we'll do that one more time, a little bit faster here. As you inhale, bend the knees. Exhale, step to the top of the mat, folding at the top of the mat. Draping your chest on top of your knees. On the inhale, roll yourself up to stand, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your hands to your shins, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the hands and lower yourself all the way down to your belly on the exhale. Inhale, baby cobra. Scoop the head and the chest off the mat. And then exhale, come all the way through table into your downward facing dog. And just take a few breaths here. Coming back to your intention. Going back to your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, step the right foot forward in between your hands. So you might need to scooch it forward, and that's totally fine. Coming into a lunge, drop the back knee down onto your blanket and untuck the back toes. So you're in your low lunge here. Press into the feet as you inhale, rise up to your low lunge. If you're feeling a little bit wobbly here, you can walk your right foot out to the right. Just think about pressing your left hip forward, finding that nice stretch in the left hip. And if you've been sitting at a desk all day, your hips might feel a little bit tight. Just remember to breathe. See if you can soften the muscles in the face. See if you can soften the shoulders. Your arms might start to get a little bit tired. That's okay, you can do it. Really nice. Take one more deep breath in. On the exhale, plant your left hand down to the mat. Reach your right arm up towards the sky, finding your low lunge twist. So your right arm comes up towards the sky. For a little bit more, you can wrap that right arm around the low back. Wherever you are, you're twisting up towards the ceiling. You're still bending into that right knee and you're still breathing. Really nice. You got this. On the inhale, reach your right arm up towards the sky if you wrapped it around the back. On the exhale, plant the right hand down. Tuck your left toes under and just step forward into a forward fold. Folding at the top of the mat. Nice. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Find your breath. Really nice. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, press into the shins, lift the heart. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, lower yourself all the way down onto your belly. Inhale to your baby cobra. And exhale, press yourself all the way up and back, downward facing dog. Take one full breath here. We'll do the same on the other side. So take a deep breath in. This time, step your left foot forward into a lunge. Drop the right knee down, untuck the right toes. When you're ready, rise up, low lunge. So left foot's forward this time. If you're a beginner and you did the wrong side last time, just do the opposite. It's very common. If you're feeling wobbly, just walk that foot out to the side. Really nice. Press your right hip forward. Deep breath. See if you can relax the face. Relax the jaw. You're doing great. Nice deep breath in. And sigh it out. All right, this time plant the right hand down. Left arm reaches up towards the sky. Finding your twist. If you want a little bit more, you can wrap that arm around the low spine. Wherever you are, just think about opening that left shoulder up towards the sky. Legs are nice and strong. Belly's engaged. One more breath. If you wrapped your hand around your low spine, reach the left arm up towards the sky. Exhale, plant the left hand. Tuck the right toes under and just step forward into your forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, come all the way up to stand. Reach up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just take a moment here. Just take a few breaths. Just kind of recalibrate. Really nice. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands, step back. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, scoop the heart forward into your baby cobra. And exhale, find your downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here. So we're gonna add on a little bit. We're gonna do this flow a few more times, just adding on each time. So take a deep breath in. On the exhale, step the right foot forward into a lunge. Drop the left knee, untuck the left toe. Reach up towards the sky, low lunge. Really nice. Deep breath in. On the exhale, plant the left hand down, reach the right arm up. This time, tuck the left toes under and lift the back knee. So now you're in your high lunge twist. Really nice. You want your legs to be nice and engaged here. You want your belly to be engaged. And if you want to test yourself, lift your left hand up off the mat. See if your belly's working. Really nice. Deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your right hand down to the mat. Step forward, fold at the top of the mat. Moving a little bit faster now. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach up towards the sky. And exhale, fold. Halfway lift, press into the shins. Plant the hands and step back. Lower all the way down to the mat. You might start to notice a pattern here. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, find your downward facing dog. Really nice. We'll do the same on the left side. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, step the left foot forward into your lunge. Drop the right knee down. Untuck the right toe. Rise up, low lunge. Find your breath. On the exhale, plant the right hand down. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. And find your high lunge twist. So tuck your right toes under and lift the right knee. Left hand reaches up towards the sky. Deep breath in. And out. And then you know where we're going. Go ahead and plant the left hand down. Step forward, fold at the top of the mat. And inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Rise up, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Really nice. Starting to get sweaty. It's good. All right, adding on a little bit from here. Inhale, rise up, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands and step back. Lower all the way down to your belly. Nice and controlled here. Inhale to your baby cobra. On the exhale, find your downward facing dog. So one more time, adding on just a little bit before we find our restorative practice. So take a deep breath in. Step your right foot forward. This time, just keep the left knee lifted. Rise up to your high lunge. So if you want to adjust and you want to drop your back knee down, that's fine. If not, your left leg is nice and engaged. Think about pressing your left heel down towards the ground. Really nice. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring the left hand down to the mat. Reach the right arm up towards the sky, finding your high lunge twist. We'll just be here for one breath. And then listen carefully. Go ahead and come all the way back up into your high lunge. Using the muscles in the belly, nice and controlled. And go ahead and bring your hands to heart center. We're gonna find our warrior 3. Bring all the weight into your right foot. Lean forward and start to peel the left foot off the mat. You're balancing on that right foot. So if you need to kind of tiptoe your left foot forward, that's fine. Press down through the right foot and lift the left foot. You got this. Balancing is really hard, so if you fall out of it, just come right back in. Take one more breath here. Slowly step the left foot forward and just come to stand. Just shake it out. Really nice. All right, inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. This time, walk your feet really wide. Walk your feet to the edges of the mat. Bend the knees and just fold forward. Let your head hang. You can sway from side to side. Nice. And just go ahead and plant the hands, step back into your downward dog. We'll skip our flow on this side. Just take a deep breath. And a deep breath out. All right, last side here. Go ahead and step your left foot forward into your high lunge. On the inhale, rise up, high lunge. So right foot is nice and engaged. Press that right heel down towards the ground. Bend into that left knee. Take a deep breath in. Go ahead and plant your right hand down. Left hand reaches up towards the sky for one breath. And slowly, with control, go ahead, make your way back into your high lunge and prepare for your warrior three. Bring your hands to heart center. Go ahead and bring all the weight into that left foot as you peel the right foot off the mat. Again, you might wobble. That's okay. Just think about pressing down through that left foot, keeping a nice straight spine. Take one more full breath. Just go ahead and step your right foot forward, coming to stand, and shake it out. Really nice. Go ahead and inhale, reach up towards the sky. Exhale, fold forward. One last flow here. Inhale, halfway lift. Plant the hands and step back. Lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, scoop the head and the chest off the mat, baby cobra. On the exhale, find your downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath in and out. Drop down to the knees. Bring your knees onto the blanket. Just sit back up onto the heels. Go ahead and grab your pillow and your blanket and just bring it right in front of you. And you can adjust yourself on your mat if you need to. But we're just gonna find a real quick supported puppy pose. So you're gonna come into your table and keep the hips over the knees. So you wanna be stacked, hips over knees. You're just gonna walk the hands forward and melt the heart down towards the ground. And you can rest one cheek on the mat or on the pillow. Or you can rest your forehead. This is a really nice shoulder opener. And if this is too much for you, you can just go ahead and take a child's pose. Just take about 3 more breaths. And just slowly start to come up onto your knees. So go ahead and sit, grab your blanket from underneath you, and we're going to take our first restorative pose. So you're going to grab the blanket that was under your knees, you're going to bring it in between your legs, and you're going to bring your left hip up to the blankets and the pillows. So however many you have is totally fine. You're going to bring your left hip up towards the blanket and the pillows. This blanket's in between your knees. You're just going to frame the pillows with your chest. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine. It's really important. Lift the chest, lengthen the spine, and just go ahead and fold forward. You can bring your arms out in front of you. You can rest one cheek on the mat. And if this isn't comfortable for you, you can just lay on your side and rest your head on your left shoulder. So it's really up to you. You can bring your chest flat down onto the pillows and the blankets. It's a little bit more of a spinal twist. Or you can just take a nice side bend over the blankets and the pillows. From here, you're just gonna settle. Find a spot where you can relax. We're going to be here for a few minutes. So just make sure that you're in a spot where you feel really supported. And just start to let your breath become a little bit slower. Restorative yoga is all about completely releasing control of your physical body. So allowing yourself to be completely supported. So if you find that you're still holding yourself up from your core or your shoulders, see if you can release. A few more breaths here in this pose. And maybe just notice if your mind starts to become really busy. When we go from movement to stillness, our mind starts to ramp up, starts to become a little bit noisier. Our to-do list starts to creep in. So just see if you can just notice those thoughts, but don't really attach any weight to them. See if you can just let them pass by. And when you're ready, just slowly start to press yourself up. Just go ahead and take a little mini forward fold. You can keep your knees bent. We're just going to transition over to the other side. So this time, bring your right hip to your pillows and your blankets. Bring your hands framing the pillows and the blankets and just lift the chest, straighten the spine, take a nice deep breath in. And as you exhale, just fold forward. And again, you can stay right here if this feels nice, or you can just take a side bend. And again, see if you can adjust yourself so that you feel totally supported, so that you don't have to hold yourself up in any way. And take a few more breaths here. And slowly start to come all the way up. And you can take a nice fold if that feels good. So we're gonna set up for our last restorative pose. So you're gonna bring your blanket, this time underneath your knees, laying on your back. You're gonna take your pillows and your extra blanket. You're gonna place them underneath your shoulder blades. So this is gonna depend on the size of your pillows, but you just want your pillows and your blankets to be underneath your shoulder blades and your shoulders to be elevated. And you can reach your arms over your head if that feels nice, or you can bring them out to a T. But the idea is just to lift your chest and your shoulders. So whatever that looks like for you, and then it just feels kind of nice to have a blanket underneath your knees. You can let your legs be long, or you can let your feet fall out to the sides. And just take up a lot of space. So this is just a nice gentle heart opener. It's a supported, what we call fish pose. And it's very open. It's a very open pose. So just see if you can completely relax into it. Maybe scan the body, noticing if there's any tension that you're still holding on to, starting from the crown of the head, making your way down, seeing if you can relax your face, your jaw, the muscles in between your eyes, relaxing the shoulders, letting the arms be heavy. Relaxing the chest, muscles in the belly, making sure that those are soft, they're not working. Letting the hips be nice and heavy. Thighs relax. The shins, all the way down to your feet. Letting your feet be heavy, letting them fall out to the sides. We're just going to stay right here for our final Shavasana, our final relaxation we take at the end of practice. But if you prefer to remove your pillows and your blankets, if it's a little bit much on your shoulders and your chest, go ahead and do so and just lay flat on your back. If you want to adjust your arms, your hands, just find a place where you can release for these last few minutes. Taking a few really deep breaths just to release any of that tension that's still lingering. So take a nice deep breath in and sigh it out. Another deep breath in and sigh it out. Last one, deep breath in. And let it go. Go ahead and start to deepen your breath. And just start to take some movements. You can roll out the wrists, the feet, the ankles. Shake your head from side to side. We're just going to take a gentle twist to end our practice today. So go ahead and hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a squeeze. Just let your knees fall over to the left. You can let your right arm come out to the side. And take about 3 breaths here. And go ahead and bring your knees to center. Over to the other side. Just go ahead and roll over onto your right side and press yourself up. Finding a seated position to end our practice. Just bring your hands to heart center. Thumbs resting on the sternum. Thank you all for practicing with me today, allowing me to guide your practice. The light in me honors and recognizes the light in you, and we bow together. Namaste.